behind you.
Ooh.
All right. What took us a long time is because we have different dresses that speak of different culture and different tribes. And what we're representing are some of the tribes and the provinces that are in Saudi Arabia. Now, the outfits for women are all traditional outfits. So in the modern day, you wouldn't find me or any other Saudi woman going out in these outfits. But at the same time, these are outfits we're very proud of because they were usually handmade and they spoke of our culture and all that. But the outfits for men, these are traditional, but yet at the same time are still worn today because they are so practical. So I'll start with their outfits first. Number one is the basic outfit for a man would be a white thobe. Now, it's just a long shirt that you'd wear, and now he had big shoulders, and we didn't have a thobe that actually had the big shoulders, so what we did is we just brought it out for you. And the thobe is white because it reflects light and heat. And it's usually made out of cotton or a breathable material, because when you're out in the desert, and mind you, this is before we had the technology of ACs and things like that, you need something that's breathable and that's not going to stick to your legs when you're sweating. So if you're out in 125 degrees, you do not want to wear pants because you will make your legs really hot. If you're wearing shorts, you're going to burn the skin off of your legs. You need something that's airy and light and that is very cool in summer. And I was just telling them back home when I see my brother's kids getting ready in the morning to go to school, it's so easy to just jump out of bed and put it on, and that's it, they're at school. For us, we have to put our little uniform on, we have to fix our hair and everything. So it's a hassle, but for men, it was the easiest thing. And then usually on top of that thing, to step in your head, is the bisht. Now the bisht, usually in the past, was worn in winter. It's usually made out of wool, and it's of a darker color. Why winter? You'd think in a desert country, is there any winter? Yes, there is. Desert conditions are extreme. During the day, it's extremely hot. During the night, the temperatures drop. So you need something that would keep you warm on top of this. And at night, you can also use it to lay it down and sit down, because you do understand that a lot of these tribes were nomadic, so they would move from one place to another. And the bisht comes in different colors, and bisht is usually not worn every day. It's more of a formality. I would call it as a tuxedo. You would wear it for a graduation, you would wear it for a wedding, you would wear it for a special occasion. Otherwise, you find men in just regular thobes with the ghutra on top. Now, the ghutra is just the triangle headpiece that goes on top of your head. It comes in two colors, plain white, which is a formality, and the red and white, which is an everyday wear. What's the purpose of a ghutra? Protect the head from the sun. In the past, when they used to travel, they used to cover their faces like this, not because they were going to rob a bank or anything like that. It's just because you don't want the sand blowing in your face and breathing that. That's very harsh on your skin. Everything is practical, and there's a reason for it. You might find a lot of other countries that have headscarves for women. It has nothing to do with religion. It has to do with the weather. So everything has a practicality. Last but not least is the agad, which is a ring-like material to hold the ghutra in place, and it just folds, and that's the main purpose of it. Let's give him a hand. Thank you. Just the same basic, except for the color of the thobe is different because he comes from the cooler areas, which is Asir, which is the southwestern part of Saudi Arabia. The mountains are 10,000 feet, and you might have seen a lot of greenery in the videos. We actually got snow there and in the north of Saudi Arabia, so that was a big surprise, but it does get very cold. So mostly the thobe is made of a thicker material. And he's also the musician, so that's why he has this kind of a Liberace sleeve kind of thing going on. He has this velvety top, and that's because he's usually with an instrument. And then he has the ghutra and the agal on top. Now notice how his is done differently. There's one side that's down and one side is up. His is done both folded up. There's one where you wrap it around your head. Whatever tribe you come from, you have different styles. If someone would look at him, he'd say, okay, you come from the southwestern part of Saudi Arabia, or you come, judging by your outfit, you come from this area. So that's how they differentiate. It's just their style and their identity. Thank you. Let's give them a hand also. Now, women, I'll have you step forward, And I will also have you step forward. Okay. Now, she comes from the central region of Saudi Arabia, which also has a city, the capital city of Riyadh. Now, Riyadh in the past and also nowadays is known in that province, not just Riyadh, but in that province is known for its oasis. So that's why you'll see she has date trees, the pomegranates, the fruits of the date trees, and if you want to just show off a little bit right here, and the date trees are right here, and lanterns that were in the city. So they're just sewn into that. Now notice how there are colors on the bottom. That's her status in the tribe. If she's the oldest, the youngest, if she's married or single, it made it easier for the guys to figure that out. And also, if you notice the big sleeves, any idea why the big sleeves, why the butterfly sleeves? Extremely hot. You need air. So what this dress does is captures the air, ventilates the body, and keeps it cool. At the same time, these were mostly working women. Even though they didn't leave their homes, they worked around the home and they were very active. So they would put these sleeves up and the embroidery would keep it up on their shoulders, and that way they can work. Now mind you, she would be wearing another cotton dress underneath, so it's not like every time she puts up her arm there's a sneak preview going on, because we did not want that. So that was one thing that I did not have that dress for. Let's give her a hand also, thank you. Now this is a little more of a modern version of that dress. Basically what she's wearing inside, this was done after Saudi Arabia was unified as a country, and our logo is on there. That's the palm tree and the date trees and the two swords. Swords are a generational thing that were passed on, like you know how ancestors here passed on their guns, what they used to protect their home with. It's exactly the same thing with the swords. Her embroidery is more elaborate because she would wear it at nighttime and there would be a headdress with it, but I do not have that with me. And what she's wearing on top, and I really liked our models because they insisted on wearing different things, is the abaya. Abaya is an everyday thing. You see a lot of the pictures that they use about Saudi is with this black cloak on top, and there's a headdress that goes with it. It's basically cultural, mostly, and it's been done for years. And in fact, I really like it because you really don't have to worry about how you look. You just put that on and you go outside. And they have different styles with it.
And you can wear sneakers.
And you can wear sneakers, yeah. Let's give her a hand also. Thank you. I'll have you go step forward now. Now again, she's wearing a different style of an abaya, and if you want to take this off, I can talk about the other outfit. Thank you for volunteering to wear that. She comes from the same region he comes from, which is the southwestern region, and again, it's the colder region. So look at the sleeves, they're form-fitting. She has to keep the body heat close to her body, and that's why it's warmer. And also on the back, if you notice, she has flowers. That's because these are mostly farmers, and they're very proud of their indigenous flowers and their mountainous tops that they have. You can turn back around, thank you. And that's their greenery is what they're proud of. It's beautiful. And notice the designs are very different from this one, which is very floral, and the last two that we looked at. They don't have palm trees, they have geometrical designs. And the last group I did, they had an American Indian in the crowd, and I went to school in Minnesota. And they told me that this is very similar to their designs, and in fact one of them has bells on the bottom, and American Indians used to do that too. They had bells on the bottom made out of tobacco cans. So it's amazing. Two different Bedouin tribes, nomadic tribes, and they have so many similarities, and that's what I want to encourage you, is to find the similarities, because we have a lot of those. Let's give her a hand also. Last but not least, she comes from the Hijaz regions where most of our Saudi employees are from, and Tariq and Dr. Abdul Mohsen, most of them are from there. I'm from the Eastern Province, I'll get to that in the end. And she would have, did you see the cone headdress? It looked very medieval on the slides, we had it. There's a lady that would be wearing that, and that's the headdress that goes with this. And if you show her the sleeves, they're very much like kimono sleeves, and this is just more practicality, but also these sleeves are just to show off. And Hijaz is a coastal area, so they have a little more of a modern flair, and they pay more attention to fashion and things like that. Let's give her a hand also. Last is my favorite because she's from the region I come from, and you know, yeah, go ahead and step forward. Now you'll have to peel it off, like just take it off like an onion. You saw the trail behind her. Now she'd wear this at a wedding. So that's why it's very elaborate. This is not a practical kind of an outfit, obviously, right? And if you want to take the top part off, you can show off the dress underneath. Notice how it's made on a very thin material because it's supposed to be elaborate and festive looking. Can you make it out of there? Yes, she did. All right, thank you. Thanks so much.